Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. So today I am doing a collab with Jess Crafts, and we are sharing some cards that we made for inspiration for random acts of kindness. So we made some cards for some people in our local communities and hope to inspire you to do the same. All right, guys, so I picked out this paper pad. It's actually a kit from Photoplay, and it's the first responders thank you. I got it from Mindless Crafting. Tracy and Bill are so amazing. Here is all their socials. And I also picked up this ephemera pack. So, different budgets, different mindsets. Maybe you want the whole kit. Maybe you just want the ephemera pack. I'm going to show you how to use both today. So Jess and I are hoping to inspire you to think of donating cards locally, and maybe not a mass number of cards, but maybe just a card here and a card there is what I was thinking. I do this from time to time. I'll take a card to the grocery store with me and give it to my cashier or the person who sacks my groceries. Just a small, tiny thank you card, or maybe one that has like an inspirational quote or a joke or something like that in it. When we go to the doctor, when I take my kids to their pediatrician each year for their wellness checkup, I always take their pediatrician a stack of cards. And one year I just left the house without them, and she was so sad. And I was like, no, I'm going to bring them. I just left them at home. She's like, oh, good. I look forward to those every year. So you would be surprised how you can totally make their day. So think of it when you go to get an oil change. We can share our handmade goodness with all kinds of people. Okay, so I'm showing you here just how I cut apart these pages. So this kit has cards designed for you, and then it gives you all the cut aparts to make those specific cards. Do you have to use it like that? No, but I'm going to make a few with you today, and then we're going to go rogue and do our own thing. So first we're going to start with the kit as it was intended to be used. Now here I had grabbed the wrong size of embellishment, the scalloped border, so I figured that out and fixed it. I'm punching a hole with just a standard hole punch and bringing in some doodle twine. This stuff is so old, y'all. I don't know if they still make it or not. This one's actually from 2012. Very old. Time to use it up. I love it because it comes in a rainbow, and I've used a whole package of it before, but I pulled this one out of the vault of my Crafty hoard. All right, so I am just going to be gluing these things down. Now, of course, I sped this up because I really want you to go watch Jess's video, or maybe you're coming from Jess's video. So I tried to keep it in a reasonable time frame here for you guys. I really love these Photoplay cards that the kit, like the inspiration cards and all the pieces. It came with its own card bases. So this is a 5x7, which if you guys know me, you know I love 5x7 cards. But after doing the Uvalde card drive, which ended today, I want to thank you all so much if you're watching this and you contributed to the card drive. It has been a huge success, and I'll follow up with y'all more about that later. But I just wanted to say thank you. And yeah, so in doing that card drive though, I realized I certainly love 5x7 for all of my holiday cards, because most of the time when you get a Christmas card or a holiday card, they're going to be 5x7. So if you make an A2, not that it matters, but it's probably going to be the smallest card on the mantle. Maybe that's what you want. That's fine. But I do like to make my holiday cards 5x7. But doing the card drive, I realized it's really nice to have a lot of A2s. They pack nicely in a box. There is an occasion for every size card and every style of card, you guys. I had the honor of processing over 8,000 cards in a month that were all handmade. And I feel like I learned a lot from that about us as card makers, and I hope to share that with you guys. So this is card number 2. And again, I'm just following the sketch. Now I did add my own very bright matte behind that neon green or yellow matte. I wasn't sure if I could find the pieces. Maybe I'd used a piece that was the sketch called for, so I just kind of did my own thing there. And here, this was supposed to have a border around it, but it was uneven and I wasn't going to be able to handle that. So I just trimmed it all off, and it's totally fine. It'll just have the border of the card base instead, which is fine by me. Now I adjusted this one slightly. You guys, I can't help myself. I always do that. I'll find a sketch and I'll have to make slight adjustments. Sometimes because of boo-boos, and sometimes it's just my spirit. So this one, I adjusted it upward so I could add a little postal worker down there. These went super quick and they were so much fun to make. Okay, so this is an A2 size card. And I'm going to poke a hole here. Now you could avoid this and just put your ribbon around the card front before you glue it to your base. But sometimes I like to do my ribbon like this, and I haven't shown it in a while. Now it can be a struggle bus if you just try to use your fingers. So I would use a needle and run it through that way, and it'll go much quicker. But I like the twine showing through on the inside of my card. I just think it adds more interest than if I try to hide it behind that card front, behind the mats. So yeah, sometimes I like to do it like this. And that's how I wanted to do it for this card. And on this one, I slid everything over and just kind of adjusted which side of the card the pieces were showing on, but it was definitely directly from the photo play inspiration. All right, I am cutting up some cardboard. I used a lot of cardboard instead of foam tape in this video. I do that. I switch things up. They're nice. You can cut them any size you want them, and I don't know. I always have cardboard somehow, so that's what I used. Now, here's the section where it's like if you only had a pack of ephemera, of course you can still make fabulous cards. Definitely check out Mindless Crafting. That's where I bought the kit and the ephemera. They sold both individually, and Tracy and Bill are amazing. They are of similar hearts as ours. They do amazing card drives. They're constantly donating. And just really sweet and wonderful people. So I definitely want to encourage you to go there. This is a sketch I pulled from Jess Craft's blog, which I'm going to share a little bit more about, but I love the way that she has been coming up with sketches where you don't have any scraps left over. So I picked one and I cut up all my paper. If your paper has a branding strip, I encourage you to cut it off first. You'll have less slices. So like mine had a branding strip, so I just cut that off first, and it just moves a little quicker. So now I have all of my pieces, and I'll have a few variations as we go along here on how I use this one sketch. So my next 3 cards are just this one sketch, but I use it in different ways. So I'm using my T-ruler here just to show y'all as an example. If you really want to get these 2 pieces even across, that is something that you could use. Now also, depending on the paper that you use, if you have stripes or a design, that might help as well. So I pulled in a very old paper pad. It's one that I had gotten 2 of because I loved it so much, to use with these cards. So now I'm showing you Jess's blog. It is phenomenal, you guys. She's got links to her videos, but she has this card drive resources page. And here you can find out where to donate cards. She has an ongoing list here of places where you can always donate. She has her jokes. I love her jokes. I've used them for children's cards for many years, and she has them all categorized, which is fantastic, by like season, animal, and all different types of things. She has her sketches there, her templates. Definitely go check out Jess Crafts. You will not regret it. All right, so here I am using the sketch again. Now the sketch didn't call for the patterned paper back there that I used. It just called for the centerpiece and the two side pieces. That's what uses up one full 6x6 sheet. And then I pulled in another 6x6 sheet, cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and that's how I made my background for these cards. The embellishments that I'm using in this video are from Buttons Galore, and I am truly loving these. They're like iridescent, they're bright, they're just so fun. So now this piece is smaller, right? It's much smaller than the sketch. That was a boo-boo, but I like it. And I took inspiration from the first card I made and kind of mimicked it. So if you are not able to get the card kit, you can still mimic those cards just with ephemera and paper. So that's kind of what I'm showing you here. This is the last card I'm making with you guys in this video. And then I'll show you everything that we made. So now this one, you can tell I'm putting the paper right next to each other because I have a more narrow centerpiece, and I'm just layering things up. You might be wondering, maybe not everyone knows, what's a RAK? A random act of kindness is what it stands for. It's an acronym. And you know, you can leave them in your grocery store. There's just so many ideas, you guys. We have taken cards to the fire station before. We've taken them to the police department. Just think of areas in your community where you could bless others, maybe a church or a school. There's just so many options, and it always feels good to give. So this is shaping up nicely, and here are my cards. So I think I made 7 cards in all. Here's the first one we made following the sketch. And so here's my second one without the kit. I think they're very similar. Both are beautiful. This one's simple and fun. I have a little bit of something for everyone in this. You know, we've got healthcare workers. That thank you card was just general. These are great for postal workers. So a little bit of everything. I know I've been putting the post office to the test with this Uvalde card drive. So I definitely have some thank you cards to give to them. All right, guys, go out and bless others. Have fun crafting. Check out Jess Crafts. She has so much to offer in mindless crafting. I'll see you next time. Bye.